O'Reilly here. Welcome to the No Spin News. Tuesday, October 22nd, 2024. Stand up for your country. 2 weeks from tonight, and it'll go fast, I'll be on News Nation analyzing what happens in the presidential vote. 2 weeks. Exit polling is everything, as you know. Once the polls close in the states, there will be almost instantaneous results from, I'd say, 40 out of the 50 states. We know pretty much where they're going to go. The other 10 will be back and forth. But that's where I will be. We will not do a No Spin News that day because it's just obsolete with everything going around. However, we are going to have the night before the election on November 4th, Monday, another live Q&A where you can ask me anything about the election, okay? You have to be a premium or concierge member of BillO'Reilly.com to participate, but we are asking you to send questions now. Bill@BillO'Reilly.com, Bill@BillO'Reilly.com, and we'll get to as many as we can. It will be live. And I think we're going up 8 or 9. I'll check the time, but we're going to go live on it. It'll be close to an hour. And remember, if you sign up for premium or concierge membership, you get Confronting the Presidents or any of my books free. So it's really, I hate to use the cliche no-brainer. I hate that, but that's what it is. Now, back to the election. So my opinion is Donald Trump's going to win, but that's just an opinion. It's not a prediction. I'm going to give my prediction on Halloween, which is appropriate, because this is a bizarre election. All right? Now, don't believe the stories about early voting tallies. States are not allowed to give that information out. It would be a violation of federal election law. So this is just ginned up, made up speculation by the corrupt media. Do not believe those stories, okay? Votes are being tabulated, but again, can't put them out. All right, finally, the whole election is way too emotional at this point, and we're all over this, and I've got a whole bunch of stuff in the hopper, so stay close to us, because you'll get the truth here, no matter what it is. Talking Points Memo is about a key vote this year. I believe Latino voters will decide the presidential election. Let me back that up. So there are right now an estimated 36 million Hispanics eligible to vote in the USA. That's a big crew, and that's according to Pew Research, and we believe that's accurate, all right? The National Association of Latino Elected and Appointed Officials projects that 17.5 Latinos will actually vote. Half will vote. Okay? Now remember, undocumented migrants, whether they're Latino or anybody else, cannot vote. If they do, it is a felony. Federal. So just remember that. All right. The top 5 states with Hispanic voters are California, that's going to Harris. Texas, that's going to Trump. Florida, that's going to Trump. New York, that's going to Harris. Arizona is the 5th, and that is up for grabs. All right? There are a lot of Hispanic voters in Nevada as well, and that's very, very close. So when you add all this up, the Latino vote is crucial. Here is the latest poll. This is a Suffolk USA Today poll. All right, Latino voters. Donald Trump, 51%. Kamala Harris, 44%. Now, in 2020, Latinos broke for Biden big. 65 for Biden, 32 for Trump. So you could see a humongous difference there. If Trump gets 50% or more of the Latino vote, he wins. There's no doubt about it. So keep your eye on it. Now, final question on the Talking Points memo. Why are Latinos turning against the Democratic Party? There are 2 reasons. First one is money in your wallet. and every American knows that they were better under Donald Trump economically than they are now. That's indisputable. Okay, you had more cash. The second thing is cultural. And I'm generalizing, of course. But the Hispanic culture, and I know it well. I mean, I spent a lot of time south of the border, from Tijuana all the way down to Buenos Aires. I mean, I know the area. Spanish culture is much more conservative than the San Francisco values that Kamala Harris represents. I mean, much more. Okay? There's not a lot of trans activity being promoted in Latino countries, with the exception of Brazil, which really is, that's a whole different thing, Brazil. But Latinos tend to be Roman Catholic. There are much more observant Catholics than Anglos, and the culture is more conservative. I think they like this radical stuff the progressives are bringing on. So it's economic and it's cultural, and that's the memo. All right, schedules. President Biden greets the president of Slovenia. That's Melania Trump's home country. Then he goes to New Hampshire to tell everybody to vote for Kamala. Okay. Ms. Harris herself is in D.C. doing 2 interviews, which we will analyze extensively tomorrow. NBC News and Telemundo. See? That is the key Latino thing. Both campaigns know it. Donald Trump is having a roundtable with Latino voters in Miami. Okay? And they know just what I told you. And then he's going to Greensboro, North Carolina for a 7 p.m. rally tonight. Kamala Harris has raised more money than Donald Trump in September by a pretty significant margin, $220 million for the vice president, $63 million for Mr. Trump. But it doesn't really matter because both campaigns have more than enough money to do whatever they want in the next 2 weeks. All right, so Harris has $400 million on hand. Trump has $300 million on hand. They can buy whatever spots they want, do whatever they want. They already have their people in place on the ground and all that. So it's my job to report what's happening in the election, but that's not a significant factor. Here's a very interesting story. The Committee for a Responsible Federal Budget. We've had their president on, Maya McGinnis, a couple of times on the No Spin News. They're not partisan. I had my producers check again to see if there's any bias left or right. And there isn't. We can't find any. They say if Donald Trump is elected and gets what he's promised done, that Social Security funds will run out in 6 years. That's pretty frightening. All right. However, Trump's not going to get what he wants, because what he wants is anybody getting Social Security, and remember, we paid into it, doesn't have to pay tax on the money. That's never going to happen. Congress will never do that. Even a Republican Congress wouldn't do that. And no tax on tips and all that other business. So Trump may want to do it, but it's not going to happen even if he is elected. And you heard it here first. However, the specter of Social Security running out in 6 years is real. But even if that happened, the federal government would have to inject money into that system, take it from somewhere else. If you really want to know how crazy things are, you look at the food stamps in America and how much that's gone up in 10 years. I'll give you the stats tomorrow on the food stamps, right? I was just signaling my producers, let's do a food stamps thing. I mean, the amount of money going out. And look, if you're hungry, okay, I got it, fine. I want the safety net, but you've got to have some regulatory oversight on it. Crazy what the Biden people did. Now, this election is really not about Donald Trump and Kamala Harris. They are the figureheads. And Trump is a force of nature. He's a head of a movement, the MAGA movement. Harris is just a machine politician. What this is about is a drastic change in traditional America. If Trump wins, traditional America comes back to some extent. If Harris wins, it's all gone. The America that we grew up with, particularly the baby boomers now in the 50s, 60s, 70s, early 70s. Vietnam shook it up a little, but it's gone. Progressives don't like the country. They feel that it's a white patriarchy and all of that. So it's just gone. And we've gone over this. But that's really what this election is all about. It's very historically significant. All right? It's not nearly what the Biden-Trump was. This is way beyond that because progressives feel that they've got it. They got the power. All right? We're this close to whacking out the Supreme Court, to whacking out the filibuster in the Senate, to changing the tax code to punish success. We're this close to getting those white guys out of there and opening the border to millions of foreign nationals. This close. That's what this election's all about. All right, two divergent political philosophies. Here's what I said on my YouTube commentary, which was filed yesterday. Go. If Harris wins, it'll be a continuation of the progressive movement. We're really not a great country, so we got to change everything to bring social justice to the Americans who have been harmed by the white patriarchy. That means white people rule. That's what the progressive movement is. We're going to change everything. All right, so that's on our YouTube channel, and you can sign up free on that. It's youtube.com/O'Reilly. I do 2 a week, and I'm going to up it to 3 if anything breaks that's important. So youtube.com/O'Reilly, free YouTube channel. Might want to check that out. By now, you have heard me talk about Delta Rescue. They are a fantastic organization that helps rescue animals from the wilderness. You know, I'm a dog lover, so is Leo Grillo, the founder of Delta Rescue. It is his life's mission to provide everlasting care for these once abandoned animals. I myself have donated to Delta Rescue. Do you believe it is part of man's duty to care for dogs and horses, the animals that so much of our history is tied to? If so, please consider making a donation or consult your advisor about leaving a gift in your will or trust. There can be some tax advantages, and it's a great way to help Delta Rescue accomplish their mission. So please visit deltarescue.org to learn more. That's deltarescue.org. All right, let's go to the mail. We got Tricia, is a concierge member, and Tricia posts on the message boards, which is a lot of fun. And it's another benefit of being a concierge or premium member to BillO'Reilly.com. The X factor is massive cheating. I realize the proof has to be made clear, and our Constitution clearly will not accept any evidence unless Donald Trump or executive branch appoints a special counsel. The amount of non-citizens voting is a big problem. Okay, Tricia, you and I are going to sort this out. Number one, you're absolutely correct. If cheating is discovered, you have to have evidence of it. But keep this in mind. There has been cheating in every single presidential election, right? From John Adams to Thomas Jefferson, there wasn't any cheating in Washington's 2 terms because he was appointed, okay? There wasn't anybody really voting for him. But the next one, Adams, Jefferson, till now, every election there was cheating. It's just a matter of how big it is. Got to have evidence. Number 2, okay? Non-citizens voting, a big problem. I don't believe it is. Not yet. Okay? The states are under tremendous pressure. Now, California, places like that, you know, they'll let you vote if you're not an American citizen. If they think, they'll look the other way, is what they're doing. But is it a big problem? I wouldn't say it's big. You got to keep an eye on it. Remember, it is against federal law. So if you are a foreign national and you vote and they catch you under Trump, you'll be out of here. Out of here. Under Biden, he wouldn't do anything about it. Basil, concierge member. Thank you, Basil. I just came from voting. I was in line for about 30 minutes. Took 50 minutes to vote by machine, which I was concerned about. Just hope my vote counted. Your vote counted, Dave. So I don't know where you are, but if you're putting it into a machine situation, it counted. I don't have any doubt about it. Frank Vasquez, Manville, Texas. Bill, if the case were brought to the Supreme Court, could they declare mandates of some states to not require voter IDs? No. No, because it's state. The states can run the election as long as they don't violate federal law. And there is no federal law, Frank. It says you got to show an ID to vote. There should be. Congress could pass it. And I hope if Donald Trump's elected, they will. They absolutely should be. Then the states would have to obey. David, concierge member. A lot of concierge members. Thank you, David. Bill, do you really believe that CBS is concerned about public trust regarding this 60 Minutes transcript? If they cared, they wouldn't have far-left mouthpieces like Jane Pauley on their air. Look, CBS is in steep decline, and you would think that just from a business point of view, the whole place is getting torn apart over there. Don't you want to stop the bleeding? I mean, they're going to lose a lot of money doing this. So it's inexplicable. John Kinsley, Mentor, Ohio. Will Trump be able to pardon Daniel Penny of New York if he is convicted? And Penny's on trial for killing this menacing guy in a subway. And the answer to your question, John, is no. Presidents can only pardon federal crimes, not state or local. Drew Lyon, Wickensburg, Arizona. Well, 2 years ago, you warned us about sugar. I listened. Cut out most of my sugar. Lost 35 pounds. Feel better than ever. Some people listen to Smart Life, and some people don't. All I can do is throw it out there. Sugar is as bad as tobacco. But there's no warnings because the government is in the tank for the big food companies. That's the truth. Kevin Tudor, Hawesville, Kentucky. Bill, in your opinion, which president had the single hardest decision to make? Of course, this comes off confronting the presidents. Harry Truman, atom bomb. That was the hardest one. Truman knew hundreds of thousands of civilians were going to be killed. Bob Mangola, Allison Park, Pennsylvania. Bill, we have a 12-year-old grandson who's into history. We bought him Confronting the Presidents. He loves it. We were wondering if the killing books are too old for him. No. If he loved Confronting the Presidents, your 12-year-old, he can read every killing book because it's the same style. It's the same information flow. And you're lucky, Bob, to have a grandson who's that astute at such a young age. All right, why don't you go to the BillO'Reilly.com store. I made the announcement yesterday, and we got a big reaction to it, that you could buy every killing book plus Confronting the Presidents for one price. We'll ship them all to you. Okay, and this is a out of sight, I love that phrase from the 60s, out of sight gift, or your library. And it's a big discount if you do the math, my God. You get them all. And we sent them, and, you know, wow, right? And then you get the three political mugs we have. Team Normal, Not Woke, No Socialism, much less in price, of course, but you keep them forever. Made in America, great things. And a leather-bound limited edition Killing Patent. I mean, this is a fabulous gift for anybody interested in World War II. Word of the day, do not be a moon calf. Real word. And you can start using it. It's a good word. MOONCALF. I'm back with a final thought in a moment. You didn't vote for this economy, but you're paying for it at the pump, the grocery store, and through that stack of unpaid bills. Financial stress crushing. The solution? donewithdebt.com. Unlike the others, Done With Debt has new aggressive strategies that free you from debt without bankruptcy or loans. They will negotiate with your creditors so that you'll have more money in your pocket from month one and every month until you're debt free. And the best news, Done With Debt is accepting new clients. But don't wait. Some of their debt strategies are time sensitive. Let Done with Debt hit the debt reset button for you and make your money yours again. But again, this is time sensitive. So visit donewithdebt.com or call 888-322-1054 right now. Chat with one of their debt relief strategists for free. Go to donewithdebt.com, donewithdebt.com. My Pillow has been canceled by another box store. That's too bad. But they're sharing an incredible offer for my listeners. Now for a limited time. You can get the standard size My Pillow for just $14.98. Usually retails for $49.98. My Pillow is made with patented adjustable fill. It adjusts to your exact individual needs regardless of your sleep position. So it holds its shape all night long to give your neck maximum comfort, get it aligned, and give you the best sleep of your life. But that's not all. There are deals on 4-piece kitchen or bath towel sets. Only $25 per set. New mattress toppers as low as $69.98. Famous My Pillow bed sheets, love them, as low as $25, and much more. Please go to mypillow.com or call 1-800-869-0298. Use promo code BILL to get huge discounts on all My Pillow products, including the standard size My Pillow, now only $14.98. Don't delay, order today. All right, here is the final thought of the day. So we have a poll on BillO'Reilly.com. We'll keep it open, by the way, if you want to weigh in on Bret Baier's interview with Kamala Harris. Was it good, fair, or poor? 64% say Bayer did a good job. 31%, fair job. 5%, poor job. So Bret Baier, he scores on that. Again, a recap, we will be on News Nation tomorrow night with Cuomo. Then there is a J.D. Vance town hall on News Nation on Thursday, which I will be a part of. I don't know really how I'm going to do that, but I'm supposed to be. Then News Nation is going to have a big 2-hour town hall about the presidential race next Wednesday. I'll remind you about all this. And I'm going to be one of the moderators there. Okay? So, because they need a traffic cop. They can't let this get out of control. And I'm a cop. And believe me, I will control it. So that will be interesting. We got a whole bunch of stuff I'm working on I can't really tell you about, because if it doesn't happen, I'm going to look like a schmo. But I'm trying in the last 2 weeks to bring you absolutely the best coverage that I could possibly think of. And we got a lot of things that you don't know about this campaign, which is historical in the sense that if you read Confronting the Presidents, I hope you do. I mean, it's really worth your time. The 1960 race between Nixon and JFK was very close to what we are experiencing now. Extremely close to this. And the race was the closest popular vote in history. And there were authoritative charges of fraud that helped JFK. It's fascinating. And of course, we're in there in Confronting the Presidents. But that one mirrors this one. And that's why I'm invested in this so heavily. Plus, I don't want the progressives to take over the country. I'll tell anybody who wants to know. That is the biggest danger I've seen in my entire life. Hand over our country to the progressive movement. Thank you for watching and listening to the No Spin News. We'll see you again tomorrow. Thank you for watching the No Spin News. To watch the full episode anytime on BillO'Reilly.com, please sign up to become a premium or concierge member. Visit BillO'Reilly.com to sign up and start watching today.